Hi everyone, I'm Deborah. Welcome to my channel, Stitch the Stash. Today is Saturday, May 18th, and it is a beautiful, glorious day here in New York City. It is finally in the low 70s. We have clear blue skies, tons of sunshine. It's a little bit breezy, but that's okay. I will take that over all of the rain we have been having. It has been downright depressing with all the rain, and I'm hoping that this year is not going to be a rainy spring summer like it was last year, but reports are saying it's supposed to be worse this year than last year. I don't mind the rain during the week. It's on the weekends, and I remember last year it rained every single weekend, and my husband and I are very outdoorsy individuals. We love to go hiking, and the rain always put a damper on our activities outside the house on the weekend. So hopefully this year will be much better. Like I said, today it is bright skies and sunshiny. So I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and record an update video for you. It has been 3 weeks. I was planning on recording last week, but the weather just did not cooperate. I used natural lighting, and I want you to be able to see my my videos and see the quality that I try to have there. And sometimes with the light, it just doesn't happen. All right, so what has been happening? Well, I have been stitching my little fingers to the bone every day since May 1st, with the exception of 2 days. Today is the 18th day of Stitchmania, and I have all the projects I want to share with you from the first 17 days. I know my Stitchmania plan videos, I kind of left it in the air about how I was going to handle Stitchmania this year, and by the first I figured it out, and I tried to do a little bit of everything, so we'll make it a little bit more obvious about what I decide to do as I go through everything. All right, I am still magical stitching along. I will say that yes, there has been a little drama in the School of Magical Stitches and Literature. I have been asked, and the only thing I'm going to say is there will be drama in any group, especially when it's a large group. I have seen it in all of the crafting communities, not just cross-stitching. And that's just the nature of a lot of like-minded people coming together, and it's bound to happen. And I was not directly impacted by it. I was not involved in it. I don't think it's my story to tell. Those that need to know, and I am just sitting here happily stitching along for fake magical points. I am being motivated by the School of Magical Stitches and Literature, and that's what it is for me. I want to have fun. I'm touching projects that I haven't touched, and I didn't think I'd be touching. Let's get real. I wouldn't be touching right now. So I'm just having fun, and it's no pressure, and I'm just here to enjoy and get lots of stitching done. So that's all I'm going to say about what happened in the group. All right, some other exciting news is I am going to StitchCon. I put my name on the wait list last December before it closed out. Had no intentions of going this year. I did not think I would get off the wait list for this year. I mainly put my name on the wait list for 2020. And a couple weeks ago, I got the email, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. I'm super excited. This will be my first stitching retreat. I am also going to New Jersey in August, which I originally thought would be my first retreat. But that's changed. So I'm super excited. I have everything booked. I will be flying out with Carmen, the Broadway Stitcher. We are on the same flight together, so it should be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to be there and hopefully meet a lot of lot of people that I admire and watch their videos. I wouldn't lie if I didn't say I wasn't nervous. I am a true introvert. And once you get to know me, I've become an extroverted introvert. So this is a very large group. It's going to be 400 stitchers. And I am a little nervous, a little scared, because I'm not very good in large groups. So I'm going into it with an open mind, and that I'm going to come home with lots of stitchy friends. In my last update video, I had mentioned that if anyone was interested in an unboxing video of my owl forest embroidery kits, that I'd be happy to do that. And I did have someone express interest. They wanted to know what my experience was, and they said I didn't need to do a separate video. However, I'm going to go ahead and do it because I have a total of 3 kits now to share with you. And my videos are already long enough, and I don't want to make it any longer. So I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video on that. I'm hoping to have it up within the next week or so, so be on the lookout for that. Again, it's my owl forest embroidery kits that I will be sharing. What do I have for you today? I have a blast from the past. I have my whips. I forgot to share with you my last update video, the quilt that I had made. I made a rag quilt while I was down in Georgia for my great niece. And I forgot to share that with you. I did put some pictures on Instagram, but with my last video, with me not feeling well, I was kind of like, even though I had my show notes, I was kind of all over the place. So I will go ahead and share that with you. All right, I do have a blast from the past, and I had said that when I went home to Georgia to help my mother and father pack up their house for their impending move, my mother was getting rid of some things and destashing some things, and I went ahead and helped myself to a few things. And this is one of the items that she was going to get rid of, and it is this embroidery piece. I remember as a young child staring at it and loving it, and her little hair is just free floating. I think she's super adorable, and I could not let her go to Goodwill or a thrift shop or the garbage. So I decided that she was going to come home and live with me. And my mom did tell me that she embroidered this in 1976. So I wrote that on the back so I could remember it. And my desire is that when we have a bigger house and I have a dedicated craft room, this will hang in there. I have a couple of embroidery pieces that a very good coworker of mine has gifted me, and they will also hang in the same room. So I love having pieces that other people that have stitched, have embroidered, or latch hooked, or because my coworker's given me one of those pieces too, for people I care about. And I'm looking forward to having this hanging in my craft room one day. But I love it. I do not embroider, and I don't know if I ever will, but I love it. I had to share that with you. So this is my blast from the past that my mother had made back in 1976. So let's go ahead and get started on whips. What have I been working on? I have been working on a lot. So in my Stitchmania plan video, I had 3 different options of how I was going to handle Mania this year, and this is what I decided to do. I had 9 whips that I pulled in from 2018 that I did not complete from Mania last year. I went ahead, 9 whips. I went ahead and worked on those 9 whips on each day. It was the first 9 days of May. What I tried to do was work on each of those for 2 days. So let's just say on May 1st, I had my first project. I stitched on just that day, and then on May 2nd, I would stitch on that project, and then in addition to whatever the project was for May 2nd. I managed to do that for all 9 of my Maynia existing whips, with the exception of 2. And one project I put in several days worth of work because I realized that it was a project that I could see and I could take to work with me now that we have better light in the afternoons or when I take my lunch break. I don't need magnification. I just need to wear my bifocals and I'm able to see the stitches. So I took one project with me, well, 2 projects, because I ended up doing it with a new start also, to work with me. So it got more than 2 days. All right, so then the next option after the 9 days was, do I work on 5 existing whips that are on the smaller side, or do I do 10 new starts? What I chose to do was mix in, originally my plan was 5 whips and 5 new starts. But like I said earlier, there were 2 days out of the first 17 days of Maynia that I did not do any stitching on it. My kitties were needy when I came home from work and needed my attention and my love. So I sacrificed stitching for 2 days. So I don't have 5 whips and 5 new starts. I think right now I've worked on, I have 3 new starts and 3 whips. And then we have today and tomorrow left of Maynia. All right, that's enough rambling about what I decided to do. I tried to do it all. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and show you what my progress is on everything that I've been working on for the first 17 days of Maynia. My first project is Butterflies by Stitchrovia, and I started this on May 1st last year. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. This is where it was the last time you saw it. Did not have a lot of progress on it. And the fabric I'm stitching it on is a 32 count Lugana in the color Bittersweet. And this is where I'm at now. A lot more progress has been done. I've completed this bottom butterfly. The only thing I have left to do is the back stitching, which I'm going to save all the back stitching for last. And then I went up and in Maynia last year, I started in the center, so I had already had this pretty much finished. So I just decided to continue to build this butterfly, and I'm almost done with it. I just have to finish filling in these small areas. Again, the back stitching for the tentacles are right here, but I'm going to save that for the end. I'm really, really happy with how much progress I've done on this. I've put in at least 1,000 stitches on this. I have used this for all my magical stitches assignments that I could possibly use it for. I used it for the Quidditch matches, I've used it for homework, and I'm currently using it for monthly extra credit. But I love it. And I've decided that this is going to be a travel project because, like I said, during the summer months, I am able to see the holes a lot better, so I should be able to travel with it a little bit easier. All right, now let me go ahead and put it back in my Love You More Studio sleeve. All right, project number 2. Housed in my So Much to Love kitty bag, and Chloe's sitting right here. She saw the bag. She's like, what is that? Can I smell it? But fortunately, she turned the other way. I have worked on, let me get it out, Tribal Cat by White Willow Stitching. I love this project, and I cannot wait to get it done. This is where it was the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 28 count Joblin in black, and I'm using it, the thread color is DMC 69. It is a variegated, one of their variegated colors. It's their version of Fancy Floss, and this is where I'm at with it. I've got a lot done on it. I put in another over 400 stitches on this for magical stitches. But what I love is there's just a little bit left up here, and then a little bit left down here, and then I'll be done. There's really not much left to do, and I definitely can see this as a finish in the next couple of months. I just need to focus on it. And this needle minder is from Gina's Unique Boutique. Love it. Oh, yes. All right. So that is the first 2 days. And the third project I worked on is, if I don't put these back as I talk about it, I'm going to be a huge mess. All right, the next project I worked on, which is housed in my Made by Mama Joan bag, is Cat Lessons for People by Lizzie Kate. Another one of my favorites. I am using it for Magical Stitches home extra credit assignment, so I'm hoping I'm going to get a lot more progress done on this. And this is where it was the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on an 18 count Aida in Vintage Country Mocha, and this is where I'm at. Let's see, I didn't grab my backing board today, so let me go ahead, and this is where we're at. I did work on it for a couple of days. For the first day, my first day of stitching on Maynia, I just did this started the don't. And then for my second day, I just came up here and started filling in the green, and I finished the little leafy here. I really want to get this done. These words don't take long to do. I need to finish it. Words are hard. I'm passing the pattern on to someone, and I would like to go ahead and get it in her hands sooner than later. So this is definitely on my radar for when Stitchmania is over. All right. The next project I worked on is housed in my library card sleeve from Livy Moore Studio Co. I didn't get this when I received it. I didn't show it to you when I received it in my retail therapy section. I just started using it, but I love it. I'm a big avid reader, and I thought, yes, please. All right, so the project is, and let's see if you can see it without me taking it out of the plastic, is February by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I had a very small start on it last year. I didn't pick it up. I think I maybe picked it up one more time last year, but I didn't get much progress on it. And I tell you what, guys, when I picked it up this year, I did not want to put it down. And I'm hoping that I will get this finished because it needs to no longer be a whip. But this is where I'm at. And I'm quite pleased with the 2 days I put in it. I might have actually even put a third day in it. I don't remember. But no. I have a bag right down here of all of my whips in order, and Chloe just noticed it, and she thinks she's going to jump in there, and I'm hoping she doesn't. But I did make a change, because in the original, you can see that February is a darker neutral color. And when I pulled the thread for it, it's actually like a bluey green. And My favorite color in this pattern is Cupid, which is these reds, and it's the red in these flowers here. So what I decided to do is I made February Cupid, and I'm going to change, I believe, Valentine and Hearts to be red, just so there's more of the red in the finished piece. And I love how it looks so far. So hopefully that will be another piece that I can get done sooner than later. All right, next is, this is in a So Much to Love, one of the original ones, one of the first ones I ever purchased, and the pattern is May by the Cricket Collection, and I'm probably, because I worked on this a lot last year, I'm probably 50% done. And this is where it was the last time you saw it. It is, oh, I forgot to mention, on February, I was stitching it on 28 count Joblin in clay marbled fabric. I am stitching May on 32 count Joblin in white. This is where I'm at. I counted over and started on the Y. I figured I picked this up after work one day. I was really tired and I just wanted to get some stitches into it that were easy, and counting over the Y was perfect because it's just all this beautiful peridot green. And I think I put in just 146 stitches over two days. Yeah. No, one day. This is one of the projects that I only stitch on for one day. Okay. Love, love, love. Another one I need to get done. Okay. The next pattern is housed in another Love You More Studio sleeve. This is my Hogwarts Quidditch sleeve. Love it. And it houses Lantern Lane by Little House Needleworks. The mansion. Yep. The mansion. I don't know if I'll ever get this done in this century. Here's where you saw it last, and it is being stitched on 28 count Monaco, and I did not coffee tea dye this. This is the color tea dyed. That's what they call it. And this is where I'm at. Mad for Minders, I think. But I only stitched on this for one day in Maynia, and I put in 37 stitches on the roof line. Long day at work, super tired, but hey, that's 37 more stitches in it than what there was before. And I am using this for an ultimate stitching challenge, year-long stitching challenge with magical stitches, and that needs 1,000 stitches. So I can confidently say by the end of this year there will be 1,000 more stitches put in this piece. Will it be done? Probably not. But hey, it's okay. I don't mind. All right, then housed in my B bag made by Mama Joan, I have, and I should have unzipped, I have Pretty Little San Francisco by Satsuma Street. I love this pattern. Love, 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 love. And I want to get it done so I can start another one. This is where it was at the last time you saw it, and this is where I am stitching this on a 32 count Lugana. It's dyed by Silk Weaver, and it is in the color Autumn Blush. And this is where I'm at. Maybe. This is where I'm at. So, as you can see, I counted down to where the water is. Why? It's because I'm using this for a Magical Stitches monthly extra credit assignment, and I need to stitch on water or something you find in water, or particularly the lake at Hogwarts, and you actually physically have to stitch on that item in the piece. So I counted down and over at least 3 times, and then started stitching and counted one more time. So I'm fairly confident that those stitches are in the right place. If not, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to work up from it. Or what I think I do is I'll work down the side here. That will tell me if I have it in the right place. But I'm pretty sure I'm really worried about not having my stitches in the right place. So I made sure I counted, triple counted, and counted again. But love it. Super excited about that. All right. Then I worked on, housed in my, I think this is the Namaste sleeve by Love You More Studio. Love it. And I worked on Love One Another by Little House Needleworks. Another really small and really cute piece that I did not put much love into it last year. I worked on it for Maynia, and that was it. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count Joblin in lamb's wool, and this is where we're at. This is just my loose thread. So definitely some good progress on it since the last time I worked on it, which I think last time I had partial leaf and I didn't have this center filled in the flower. Maybe I had 3 leaves completely done. I don't know, you can tell me because you just saw the picture. But yeah, I love it. And this is something else I want to get done this year. Super cute. Alrighty, then the next up, housed in my Love You More Studio sleeve. I don't know what the name of this was, but I loved it because of the pink butterflies. Absolutely gorgeous. I am working on Always You by Heart and Hand. I started this as an anniversary piece for my husband last year. It didn't happen. I absolutely have enough time to get it done this year if I focus on it. And really, it's small, so I don't see why I couldn't have it done and ready to give to my husband on June 2nd of this year. I actually have a frame already waiting for it to be put in it. And this is where it was last time you saw it. I am stitching it on, pardon me, I am stitching it on 16 count Ada by Picture This Plus, and it is in the color Haunted. This is where I'm at. So I started filling in the center of the flower. I've done a little bits. I decided I wanted to go ahead and get that border in, and then I could fill everything in. And I didn't realize this when I purchased this, but the center of the flowers are road stitches. And when I posted this on Instagram, I said that I've never done specialty stitches and that I wasn't sure how they were going to be, how easy they were going to do on Ada. And the lovely lovely, lovely designer who is Heart and Hand, Cecilia Turner, commented on my photo and told me that I should definitely try them, and that I could also do Smyrna stitches, or I could just do regular cross stitches, but she encouraged me to try the road stitches. She said it, might be a little finicky on Ada, but I had responded to her that I was definitely going to give it a try. I figured I needed to pierce the Ada, and I already do that because I pin stitch on Ada, so I just am going to give it a try and see if I can get it to look nicely. And I'm hoping, because I think it's a beautiful effect. But yeah, I still got quite a bit to do, but again, it's small, and I could really knock this out in a couple days if I just focused on it, right? So hopefully the next time you see it, it will be a finish. Yeah, love it. Alrighty. Then, housed in one of my Bitsy Bobs, that's So Kelly, I have Fa La La by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I realize now that I did work on May 2 days, worked on Lanner Lane 1 day, and this is the other project I worked on 1 day. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on 32 count Lugana. It's dyed Picture This Plus. It is the color Gingerbread. And this is where I'm at. I just started filling in more of the white. Yes. White is my nemesis. Because you know what, guys? I struggled. I probably would have had more done on it the first night I worked on it, or the only night I worked on it, if I had still had my white thread in my Bitsy Bob. But I took it out for another project, and I didn't put it back in, and I couldn't figure out if I was using B5200 or if I was just using regular DMC white. And so I went with the decision that I did B5200, and I started putting some stitches in, and I was like, oh, I don't know. So I pulled those stitches out, and then I pulled out white, and I started putting that in, and I was like, oh, I can't tell. And then I really thought about it. I was like, no, I did B5200, and that's what I went with. And you know what? It is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's B5200, but I want to get it done. Yeah. Alrighty. Then, so that was all of my 9 whips, my 9 existing whips from Maynia last year, because I finished 2 that I did for day 10 and day 11 of last year. I ended up finishing. So then the first whip I decided to work on, which is in my Nicky's and Notables bag, is Stacy Nash Primitives. It's snippets of bears, bars, samplers, and I am doing the sewing tray piece. And this is where it's at the last time you saw it. I did a full conversion on this. I chose my own fabric. I chose a dark fabric. I chose my own threads. And this is where we're at. It could be straight. This is where we're at with it. I ended up finishing all of the stems, grass, whatever you want to call it. And now I just have to go in and fill in all of the flower heads. I'm currently stitching on this for homework and magical stitches this week. I need to put in 700 stitches, and I've put in 220, and I'm pretty confident that I have the remaining stitches left to finish this, and I think it will be a finish very, very soon. Probably this weekend, because 700 stitches, I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. Right there, I said it, I'm going to finish it. And this is the front of the bag. All right. Then the next whip I chose to work on, housed in another Bitsy Bob by That's So Kelly, and I working on Sophia by Summerhouse Stitchworks. Love her. Love her. Love, 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 love. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching this on 28 count Jaslyn. It's dyed by Color and Cotton, and the color is called Sea Glass. And I worked on this last night, and I added the rest of this little swirly. I started the leaf here and just went up. So not a whole lot. I mean, I think it's like 130 some odd stitches that I put in, but it stitches pretty quickly. And this green is my favorite. I love it. That tealy, bluey green color. And of course, I am doing this for Magical Stitches monthly extra credit. We had to stitch on something that laid eggs. Owls lay eggs, so love it. All right. Then we're on to the 3 new starts that I've had so far. All right, let me pull them over. Let me have a sip of my iced tea. And this one is housed in I Love You More Studio Co sleeve. This is the full size, and again, it was in one of my recent purchases. I just never showed it on the video. Yep, I broke the FlossTube rule of you can't use things until you show it. Yep. Okay, so this new start, and I'm not showing them in order because I started something else first, but that's okay. I chose to start Think Spring. It's by the Bay Needle Art, and I love her. Love her, love her, love her. I started her on Wednesday of this week. We had 3 straight days of rain, no sunshine. Wednesday I woke up, the birds were singing, the sun was shining, and I'm like, you know what? It feels good to have a new start, and it's spring. Okay, and I am stitching it on a 32 count Lugana. No, excuse me. It is a 28 count Lugana. It is dyed, hand dyed fabrics by Stephanie. The color is called Shimmering Pool, and I started her, and I have been working on her all this week at lunch since starting her. So I have had more progress since I put it on my Instagram. And this is where I'm at. I started in the center, and I'm going to work my way. I'm working my way out and down because I want to get to her red hair. I love her red hair. And everything's DMC except for her red hair. And I do not have the Weeks Dye Works color that her hair's called for. So I am going to use a Victorian Motto color that came in the Sleepy Hollow collection. And if you watch Michelle Bendy when she did Rose Weasley, it's a Barbara Anner design. I can't remember the real name of the pattern. She used it on her hair. And I fell in love with it, and I'm thinking that it's gonna go in this. But we'll see. I have lots of orange reds to pick from. But I love it. And this fabric is just, it's more green in person, but I love it. If you look at my Instagram, that shows the accurate color of it. All right, then let's go back to the very first new start I did. Housed in this Love You More Co. Love You More Studio sleeve that my mother is coveting. I am working on I chose Live, Laugh, Love by Lizzie Kate. And this is the version I'm doing. There's two versions. The other version, which is the older version, is also in the chart, but I love the now version of it. So this is the one I'm stitching it on, or stitching. And the fabric is just a 32 count ivory. I believe it's a Lugana, and I put in 2 days, definitely 2 days of work, and this is where I'm at. I love it. I say I'm 50% done. I can't wait to finish this. If I sat down today and this is all I stitched on, I guarantee I could get it pretty darn close to a finish. It would be done this weekend. Sunday morning. It would be done Sunday morning. But we'll see. Love it. I'm using all the called for threads on that too, which is a combination of Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts. All right. Then my last new start is housed in another Lovey Morocco Studio sleeve. This is another full-sized. It is their poppy sleeve. I love it. When it first came out, I did not purchase it, but it was calling my name when I saw it again. I don't know if it was in one of their restocks, but I got it. I love it. And the pattern I am doing is Through the Storms by Silver Creek Samplers. And I had mentioned that in my Stitchmania Plans video that I was hoping to stitch this for my husband this year for our anniversary. Oh, I will not have it done, but Christmas, because his birthday is the day after our anniversary, so I can't say birthday, but this will be gifted to him. And I've already got the frame and the mat to go with it. It just needs to be finished. And the fabric I'm stitching it on is a 32 count Lugana. It is a color in cotton, and it is in the color Rose Water. This is where I'm at with it. Just a couple of days work, not much. I think I'm like 20 stitches away from that corner, from that edge. I was working on it on a hoop, and I didn't feel like moving the hoop to put those stitches in, so then I decided to work up. But I love it, and I think it's going to look really pretty finished. This is a rosy purpley color, and I can't wait to get it done and get it framed and show it to you with the mat that I chose. Love it. All right, so that is all the stitching I have been doing for the first 17 days of Maynia for emotional support retail therapy. And the first thing I'm going to start with is my monthly subscriptions. And we'll start with my color and cotton fabrics that I received. And I do get a 32 count Belfast linen, and I belong to both the primitives and the brights. And this is the primitive, and it is called Dusk. It is a beautiful, beautiful purpley pink. I want to say this is close to accurate. It might be a little bit more, that's pretty accurate right there. Love it. And then the bright is called Parakeet. And it's definitely brighter in person than it's showing on the screen. Definitely. Really pretty. So those are the two fabrics that I received for the month. And then I do belong to all 3 of the thread clubs. And this is what I received for the primitives. Really, really pretty. That blue. This is actually more gray, and it's showing up more blue on the screen, but really, really There you go. That's pretty accurate. So that's the primitives. These are the brights. Really pretty. That's pretty accurate. Love them. And then these are the all colors. My color is very accurate today. Love them. All right. Then I also received my Victorian Motto sample shop threads. And I belong to both. These are the primitives. This is gorgeous. What color is that? Tarnished copper mug, and that's what it looks like. Really, really pretty. Love them. And then I also have the limited editions, which are brighter, more vibrant colors. Yep. That's pretty accurate. Love them. All right. So now on to what my regular purchases are. I, several months ago, had placed an order through Color and Cotton to have 3 pieces of fabric dyed for me. And I just received them. And they are all on a 32 count Belfast linen. And the first color is dark umber. Really pretty. Love it. Then I got Salem. You're probably saying there's not much of a difference between the two, but there are. Okay, and then I decided to try Onyx, which is supposedly their version of a chalkboard, but to me it looks more purple, because apparently I was in a purple mood. But they're very pretty. And because when I made this purchase, she sometimes throws in some complimentary threads. She threw in these 2 beautiful, gorgeous colors. And they are 4-yard samples. Gorgeous. And Chloe moved my camera, so I'm just moving it back. All right, so that was my Color and Cotton purchase. And I had mentioned that I had placed an order with Stony Creek, and I wanted to purchase some fabric because I was looking for fabric to stitch my By the Bay Needle Art Harbor Haven series on. And they were back ordered on one of the colors, and I finally received them the other day, and I had purchased 3, and I'm only going to show you the one because this is the one that I have chosen to stitch the Harbor Haven on, and it's getting blown. This is a sky blue, and the color is Caribbean blue, and this is not, no, it's totally showing up more blue than what it actually is. It is a really pretty robin egg blue. That's more blue than what it actually is. It's brighter. It's a lighter color. It's more greeny in real life. But I went ahead and purchased that. It is a fat half because it is a very long series. So it's going to be long and short. So I needed a very long piece of fabric. So I purchased that. Then I purchased So Much to Love as I looked at her clearance or her sale section, and I went ahead and purchased a couple of bags that I fell in love with. We have this one, and when I checked the other day in her shop, she still had this one. It's really, really, really pretty. Love the flowers, and on the inside is this pink gingham. Okay, and then the other one that I got on sale is this beautiful sewing floral birdie. I love it. Again, it's another happy spring one. And then on the inside is just these multicolor dots. Love her bags. Love, 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 love. And I actually purchased these the day that my sister was texting me because she was looking for a bag that held 11 by 11 Q-snap. And if you remember my my calico cat bag. Holds 11 by 11 Q-snap, so I sent her just so much to love because that's who I thought of the top of my head. And then she told me that she checked out the sales section, so then I went and checked out the sales section, and that's how I ended up with those 2 bags. And okay, so let's go ahead and stay on the theme of bags because I purchased a couple of Made by Mama Joan bags last week when she had her update. And I fell in love with these frogs. And as soon as I saw it, I thought of Amy from Amy Loved Toads. Super cute, very bright, springy. Again, we were having a lot of clouds and rain, and this just brought me joy. But I also got the Notions bag to go with it. And I already am using it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Okay, and then I purchased one other of her bags, and this is her Ghastlies fabric. It's adorable, really cute. So I purchased that one too. All right, then let's see. I had noticed that Nancy from Victorian Motto Sampler Thread Shop had put on her eBay store the Return to Sleepy Hollow collection. I love it. Excuse me. This is a collection that has the orange that I was talking about possibly using. It's deeper in person than it's what's showing on screen. But that's the color I was thinking about using. But again, it's not showing accurately. It's much deeper. So I had purchased those because I really thought they were a beautiful, vibrant Halloween colors. And I missed out on the first time that she had them. All right, then I did some little eBay hunting because I was watching someone's Maynia update, and I believe it was Blimey Cat. No, it was not Blimey Cat. It was Stephanie from Lindy Stitches. She was working on this. Yep. Bag ladies. That's a lot of stitching, but oh my gosh, it is so cute. And you know me with cats. I love me some cats. Look at this one. So I purchased this off of eBay. Did not pay a lot for it. It's the full kit. I probably will switch out the Ada, but we shall see. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you. I had also received my Under the Sea Fabrics monthly fabric, and I'm not going to take it out of the bag because it's going to go crinkle crinkle. But it's called Freya. It's really beautiful. Modeled linen. It's a 32 count linen, and love it. All right. Just a couple more things. Oh, see how organized I am? I'm not, apparently. Nancy had sent me this freebie when I had purchased the Sleepy Hollow collection. Really pretty. All right, then I have a few patterns. I had purchased from Down Sunshine Lane. I purchased Cats in the Rain. It is by Madame Chantilly. Look at all of those cats. That's right. Love it. And I also purchased, I had been wanting this one for a while, and this is Santa and the Cat. Sorry for the glare. They're super cute. And then you got the 3 additional ones on the side. And I might actually take this one and put it in place of that one. But we'll see. More cats. Alrighty. Then I needed some threads for a project. Mountain Mist and Faded Rose. I needed these, but you know what they say, they cannot travel alone, so what came with them? Well, I purchased Bells on Christmas Day by Blackbird Designs. There are quite a few beautiful patterns in here that I decided that I had to have and needed to stitch, so I got that. And then I also got Waxing Moon Designs, new pattern, cat owners welcome. And I will be stitching this one because I have 2 cats, and it says all guests must be approved by the cats. So cute. Love, 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 love. I might change up the colors of one of them to match my cats, but I'm not 100% sure. Love it. All right. Then I had placed another order with 1, 2, 3 Stitch because I needed some fabric, and it is for the Witchy Stitchers Sal. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. Obviously, I haven't started it yet, but I went ahead and got a 28 count Haunted Lugana by Picture This Plus to stitch it. So I needed that, but again, couldn't travel by itself, so what did it come with? It came with some more threads that I needed, right? So I got these threads that I need for a project. I purchased the next Heart and Hand Square Dance, the May, April, and June. Love it, love it, love it. This is one, so far these 3 are my favorites. And then I went ahead and purchased ink circles, arranging tools. Love this. I have a few men in my life that I could stitch this for. And then I had purchased some Classic Colorworks Snowball. And you remember I did say when I was stitching with this on my January sampler from Little House Needlework that this is B5200, but oh my gosh, it is B5200, but it stitches like a dream. Love it. So I bought a couple skeins because I am using this on Cat Lessons for People, which that one called for whitewash, and I did not like the yellow stains on it. I agree with everybody. When you use it for snow, it looks like some animals went potty on it. Didn't like it, so I switched out Snowball for it. And guess what, guys? There's another one. You know, you purchase one pattern and it hasn't shown up yet because for whatever reason it's taking forever to receive your package, and you think, oh my gosh, I need to get this, so you buy it a second time, and then guess what? You get 2. So, I am going to give this one away in this video. So if you would like to be entered for this pattern, what I would like for you to do is just simply tell me what is your favorite thing about spring. Just let me know. Is it that the flowers are blooming, the sun is shining? Is it that the daylight hours are longer? Just tell me, and you will be entered to win this. I will ship it anywhere. Please be 18, so you're old enough to give me your address. Please do not say giveaway. I will delete your comment because I want someone who actually stitches to receive this instead of some bot that wants to take this and make money off of it and resell it. So please just, tell me what your favorite thing is about spring, and you will be entered for this. And I will draw a winner before my next video. Okay? Super cute. Love it. All right. So that is all of my retail therapy. So let's now go ahead and talk about the quilt that I made for my niece. I took some pictures and I will insert them here as I'm talking about this. I I had decided that I wanted to make a rag quilt for her. And I had come across this fabric. It is called J for Jeep. It is a Riley Blake fabric. And what I love about it is I think there's 5 or 6 different designs and they're all Jeep themed. And the main color is pinks, but then it's accented with greens and blacks, and it's just super adorable. And I chose it because her father used to own a Jeep, and I thought it would be so perfect to make it into a quilt for my great niece. So I went ahead and also purchased some black Riley Blake cotton squares. These are all 10 by 10, and I had put in the middle batting. And these were 10 by 10 squares that you usually can use them for quilt as you go, but I went ahead and used it for the center of my rag quilts stacks. And I purchased everything except for the J's for Jeep. That came from Etsy. And then the Riley Blake black fabric and the batting squares came from the Fat Quarter Shop. And I took it down to Georgia with me, and within 24 hours, I had a completed quilt. So I did take a little video that I will go ahead and insert here so you can see just how it turned out.
This is a rag quilt that I made for my great niece, who is 1 year old. I had found these Riley Blake Jeep prints, and turned out really cute and adorable. It's definitely 24-hour project, and I just used black on the back, and I did put in batting squares, but if I had to do it over again, I would use the fleece for the filler. It turned out so cute and so easy to make. Love it. And I can't wait to give it to her today. Very happy. I'll definitely will be making more in the future.
All right, so wasn't that adorable? I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun to make. The only thing that I would not do in the future is to use the cotton batting. It did shed a lot in the washer and the dryer. Normally I would use flannel, but I didn't have any pre-cut flannel before I to take with me, so I went ahead and just brought the batting. So I would not use the batting squares again. I would just go ahead and do my go ahead and cut my flannel squares. I just didn't have time to do it before I got on the plane. But I absolutely love it. She loved it. As soon as she opened it, she proceeded to lay on it, and then she began to play with it, play with all of her toys on top of it and color on top of it. So I say it was a success, and I can't wait to make more for all the little children in my life. All right, so that was the quilt that I had made, and I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I will be able to share more of my sewing adventures in future videos. All right, so that is it. What are my plans? Well, today and tomorrow are the last days of Maynia. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I could choose a whip. I could choose a new start. Not sure. So we will see in my next video what I decided. But what am I going to do post-Maynia? I want to focus on finishes, guys. I have identified 12 to 13 of my whips that are small and are close to finishes, so I want to focus on some finishes. So I have 36 whips right now, and that doesn't scare me, that doesn't bother me. I know it does some people, but I want to get some things done. So hopefully I will have more finished projects to show you in the near future. All right, and I also wanted to say that thank you to all my new subscribers. I've had an increase in subscribership recently. I want to thank you. I want to welcome you. And I think when I last checked, I'm at 425 subscribers. And when I get to 500, I will have another subscriber thank you giveaway. So once we reach 500, I will put something together and share it with you guys. So give you another opportunity to win something fabulous. So that's it for now. And go ahead and tell me in the comments below what's your favorite thing about spring, and I will enter you into the giveaway to win this pattern. Again, it is open to everyone. I will ship it anywhere in the world. All right, so I hope everyone is having a wonderful Maynia if you're participating, no matter how you're participating. If you're not, you're just having a wonderful stitching time. And I will be back in a week to 2 weeks. I might try considering getting on a 1 week schedule so my videos are shorter, because I know this one is going to be very, very long. So thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has watched, everyone who has endured this over-hour video. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments. I love interacting with you, each and every single one of you. So please continue to comment and like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Happy stitching. Bye.